Hello and welcome to Push Play to Win. My name is Soraya Jacob. On this channel, you will find tips on how to skill up in the areas of career and finance, but the topics are not limited to relationships, nutrition, education, and spirituality. Is Credit One Bank Platinum card a scam? I get asked this question all the time. Well, let's just take a look at the card. The name is very similar to Capital One, and the logo is similar as well. So this tells me a lot about this company. It's like a knockoff version of Capital One, meaning you think you're getting something of high quality, but you're actually getting something of a lesser quality. And when you have bad credit and have been turned down multiple times for credit card applications, when Credit One offers you a card, it may seem like the best thing that has happened to you. After all, this company gives you an opportunity to rebuild your credit history so that you can qualify for things such as a home or auto loan. And I will give them credit for that. That is the good of the company. But there is more to Credit One, and you definitely want to be aware of what this more is. There is a price to pay in order to rebuild your credit history with them. This card comes with a lot of fees. There is an annual fee, a fee to make a payment over the phone, authorized user fee, cash advance fee, late payment fee, return payment fee, foreign transaction, cash advance fee, and check this out, a credit limit increase fee. That is insane because the reason why they increased your credit limit is because you have shown that you are responsible with credit now. But yet, they charge you a fee to increase your limit. There is a duplicate monthly statement fee, a sales receipt request, replacement card, and balance transfer fee. There is just about a fee for everything and anything possible that Credit One can think of. And that is just the bad of this card. I haven't even gotten to the ugly of this card yet. This card comes with so many fees, it is just ridiculous. I mean, really, Credit One needs to be ashamed of themselves for charging their customers so many fees like this. It is as though, or I'm sure their customers feel like they are being punished by the bank. I guarantee you that they feel this way. But the banks look at it like this. They are just trying to determine your behavior with money. And the way they determine your behavior with money is with three numbers. Those three numbers are known as a credit score. You either have a high credit score, meaning that you are responsible with credit, or you have a low credit score, meaning that you are not responsible with credit. They're not looking at the fact that, maybe something happened in your life and that caused you to not be able to repay your creditors, or that caused you to become 30 days or more late with your debt, and you were then reported to credit agencies. They're not looking at those things, you know. Unfortunately, they don't take that into consideration. Only thing they see is if you have a low credit score, it means that you are irresponsible with money. They don't even care why you were irresponsible for money. Were you irresponsible for money for the sake of just being irresponsible with money? Or were you irresponsible because of your lack of information and knowledge about money or about credit? Banks don't care about that, unfortunately. The only thing they want to know is, can you and will you pay them their money back? That's all they care about. And for you as a consumer, it is so important that you learn about credit. You know, you want to know what this credit score is, how this credit score is measured, and how it impacts you. But unfortunately, on a daily basis, many people make poor decisions with money because they are financially illiterate. They just do not have enough information and knowledge to make a sound decision when it comes to their finances. Now we're about to get into the ugly part about having a Credit One card. So this here is an actual Credit One statement. I have permission to use this statement today as an example, and we are going to call the card holder Tim. Tim is not his real name, but it is going to be just for this example today. So as we can see, the previous balance on this account is $1,387.33. That is the previous balance. A payment was made of $87.50. Now, this is the problem right here. These fees. Tim was charged $57.20 in fees. That's a problem. Because remember, he sent in $87.50. So it looks like only $30 is going to go towards the bill. But it gets even worse. Take a look at this interest. Obviously, Tim has a high interest rate because the interest payment here is $26.98. That is just ridiculous. It really is. I mean, that really makes me want to use a profound word, but I'm not because it's like he's really getting ripped off with the fees, but especially that interest rate. So we're going to take a look at the breakdown of those fees to see why it is that amount. Because between the fees and the interest rate, you know what? Only $3 went towards his balance. He started off at $1,387 last month, and even after sending in a payment for $87, he is at $1,384.01. It's like only $3 went towards his balance. And that's ridiculous. It really is. And this is the ugly part of having a Credit One card. We're just getting started. So here's a breakdown of his transactions. Let's take a look. So as we can see, it looks like he started off doing good. He made two payments, one for $27.50 and then another payment for $60. That's really great. And I'm sure Tim, is proud of himself for making that payment, and he probably thought that he was really making some progress. But let's take a look at the fee section because this is where Tim went wrong. And as I can see, the first thing he did wrong was he made a payment by phone. And when he made that payment by phone, they charged him $9.95. He has another fee for $8.25, which is the annual fee. But he can't do anything about that because that is a part of the terms of agreements that he signed when he took on this card. Tim's second mistake is he paid late, unfortunately. And they charged him $39, which is ridiculous. That is a very high late fee. But maybe he can dispute that with them or negotiate for them to reduce that at least by half, hopefully. Because if he's able to do that, then that's really going to help him a lot. That's really going to help him a lot. So another thing that got Tim was the interest rate. I mean, he was charged $26 in interest. And that's why only $3 out of the $87 he sent in went toward the bill. And that's very unfortunate. And that is the ugly part of having this card. When you have a card like Credit One, first of all, you only want to use 10% of your limit. If they give you a credit limit of $1,000, do not go over $100. And you only want to use this card 3 to 4 times a year. You want this card to work for you and not against you. And one way to make this card work against you is by going over that 10% threshold. It's also by making payments by phone where you have to pay a fee, and also by being late. Just ensure that instead of trying to pay on time, try to pay early. And if you pay early, then you know that you're not going to get assessed a late fee. Because late fees means that you are giving the bank free money. He just gave the bank some free money, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's just sad. This card is designed to help you to rebuild credit, so you would think that it would help you, but really, because the banks don't trust you because you have been irresponsible or something came up and caused you to have a poor credit score, they just want to ensure that they get their money back, and that's why they charge you all of these fees. But this is like a game, and it's like a game of chess. So it means that you have to outsmart your opponent. The bank is your opponent. And the way that you outsmart them is you only are going to use 10% of your credit limit. You are going to pay on time. You're going to pay ahead. And you're going to avoid stuff like this, paying by phone or anything that, like they have a increase. If you want to increase your credit limit with them, they charge you for that. And of course, if they do increase your credit limit, that will help your credit score as well. But you have to think, is it really worth it? Do you really want to pay Credit One some money just to increase your score, just to try to increase your credit score? Because I can almost guarantee you that if you keep your credit utilization low, which means your credit limit versus what you owe, if you keep that low at around 10%, and if you don't be late, your credit score is going to go up anyway. So you really don't even need to pay them to increase your credit limit. It's going to go up automatically. So I have gone over the good of having a Credit One card. Oh yeah, and to answer the question, is Credit One a scam? I can tell you this. The things that Credit One do is not illegal. It's not. But they do charge you a lot of fees, and if you're not careful, you're going to be like a hamster in the wheel. You're just going to be going around and around and around. You're not going to make any progress, and you're going to end up in a worse situation than before. So the good of this card is they do give you a second chance when there are so many banks that say no. The bad part is they charge those fees. And the ugly part is this here. When your limit is when you owe them so much money, or when you go over your 10% threshold, you know, it can be really hard for you to pull yourself up out this situation, and the card starts to work against you instead of for you. My name is Soraya Jacob, and this has been a Push for Play presentation, and I just want to thank you in advance for liking and subscribing to this channel. And if you have any questions, just let me know. You can leave some questions in the comment section, or you can, just send me a message or drop a message on my site, which is pushplaytowin.com. Thank you for watching.